What's up, y'all? It's Poppin' Cracking. It's Diddy. About to react to this Choice TV vid. It's titled "Unpopular Opinions That Might Make Me Disappear. If something happens to me, you know why." Okay, so he had an unpopular opinions vid that I haven't watched. So somebody sent me this and said I need to check it out. I like his unpopular opinion vid. So let's see what's on here. Let's watch.
Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, I have a lot on my mind.
What do we have?
But first things
A
first.
burrito?
Hi, my loves. It's Destin Choice, and you're watching Choice TV. For today's video, I have a lot of anxiety because I wanted to talk about some unpopular opinions that I typically keep to myself and that keep me up at night. And that honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen if I end up saying some of these things. But a lot of these things do need to be said. So this is gonna be a very interesting video. And this might make you laugh, it might make you cry, it might make you feel away, or it might make you look at me some sort of way. Either way, I don't give a damn. You can go to HE double hockey sticks and kiss my ass because these are my unpopular opinions. People who say free Tory needs serious help and badly. Free him for what? Don't get me wrong, I don't think Meg is completely innocent because let's not forget she was involved in a whole love triangle, which is a whole other video that I've already made and got me dragged. But again, he had a piece that he should not have had. On top of that, he's known for being very abrasive and aggressive and extra. Like, Tory Lanez isn't exactly a world-class citizen. And on top of that, I don't think he deserves to just be out and free. I'll still listen to his music because separate the art from the...
Oh, speaking of, somebody told me his album is good. Have y'all heard his album? Is it good? I kind of don't want to check it out because he in jail. I don't want to hear no music you making in jail. Like, that's turning me off. I feel like it's going to be ass. Just based on that alone. There's no way you got all the proper equipment and the proper producers and the proper engineers. You know, so it's like, get this jail shit out of here. You know, so that's why I initially wasn't interested. But I did really, really like some of his older music. Like, a lot. So, you know, I'm like, should I check it out? Maybe. But y'all let me know if it's good if you've heard it.
Artist, but free Tory for what? Okay, so this one, hear me out. These recent planes colliding and coming together and all this chaos and news that we're hearing about these planes, I gotta be honest, I feel like a lot of these are legitimate, but it appears to me things that a lot of these are being sensationalized just because they want to scare us and trap us in a big old dome, just like The Simpsons. Oh. I don't know if a lot of you ever watched The Simpsons movie, but I really think if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It came out in the early 2000s, and there were some really interesting and scary and real references that still hold true to this day. I think they're trying to lock us in some big dome. I think they're going to try to scare us. On top of that, now a lot of us who are from Western countries now have to get visas, standard visas, to go to a lot of European countries, when that wasn't always the case before.
Huh, interesting, because yeah, before I never needed a visa to go to Europe. I need to look into that though, because I'm out here soon. But yeah, people always, you know, wonder why, you know, I'm traveling so much, because you don't know what's going to happen. Listen, after COVID took place, I started traveling a lot after that. Prior to that, I would travel here and there. Like, I wasn't traveling nearly as much because I'm like, oh, I got time. Like, you know, I was interested in travel, but I'm like, I'll do it slowly over time. After COVID happened, I was like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. I'm about to hear it. Because I don't know what other bullshit y'all about to try to pull. You feel me? So I'm just trying to live my life and enjoy it to the fullest while I can, because who knows what could occur. When that happened, it's like, oh, y'all could just do anything. Y'all keeping niggas in the house and be like, you can't go here, can't go there. I can't even go to the grocery store. I can't do nothing. Well, you can go to the grocery store, but y'all trying to keep me in my house. Like, that really changed my perspective on a lot of shit. So I was just traveling like crazy. And I'm still traveling like crazy because, yeah, you just don't know when things could change. Anything could change. So I'm just trying to enjoy travel while I can.
Now, starting in April, a lot of us Americans who want to go to Brazil, we have to get visas just to enter the country by middle of spring. And I think to myself, where is this? What's going on? Why is this happening? And then you got, you know, Trump doing the whole tariff thing where he's going to be taxing all these other countries just so he can, you know, make it clear, if y'all want some of our resources, you're going to have to pay more. Or if you want to export some of your resources here, you're going to have to pay an extra tax.
And also, to be clear, like, getting a visa is usually not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal. I just needed a visa going to Jordan when I was in Jordan. Qatar. There wasn't a visa, but you got something on arrival there. Maybe it was an interest fee. I don't know what that was. But a lot of them you can get on arrival or you can do online really quickly. Oh, yeah, I needed a visa to go to Oman. I did that really quick online and got it within like a day. So yeah, it's not that big of a deal if they are requiring us to have visas out of a lot of these countries, but interesting to know.
Wouldn't be surprised if pilots go on strike. Apparently we're hearing that regulations are dying down and that's why these random crashes are happening. I don't know what to even believe, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
this is stuff that's being...
That's why I don't worry myself with it. I don't even sit here trying to come up with these conspiracy theories and, what if this is the case? And that. I'm just like, you know what? Y'all gonna do whatever y'all gonna do. I'm gonna just roll with it. Hey, I'm gonna roll with the punches, whatever happens. But I'm gonna just live my life and do me until then. That's just how I view things. Because I ain't got time to be worried about this type of shit.
Same media that's taught to make
it's
us
like, what do you really believe?
Conquer ourselves. So, yeah, realistically, I see these pilots probably going on strike very soon. So I think all this is just some psychological plan made up by some elitist people that are in a room, a dark, cold room, trying to find ways to distract us from other things that are going to be happening very soon. Why is the media so obsessed with these crashes now? And everybody's scared to fly all of a sudden? I'm telling y'all, all it takes is for one big politician or one mainstream celebrity to get injured or pass away in one of those plane crashes, and then the whole world's gonna literally flip upside down. Overwhelmed with a lot of stuff I've been talking about, and I wanted to get on here and enjoy my It's All Me. Thank you to It's All Me for sponsoring today's
I know you fucking lying. Kenya more hair care. Boy, y'all go support.
I'm okay with...
Hey, he got me. I thought that was a burrito the whole time. Not the hair products, child.
And please check out their products and show them love.
Work.
I'm okay with self-driving cars, getting rid of taxis and Uber drivers. Now, AI is a blessing and a curse because it's going to be the reason why a lot of people lose their jobs, such as truck drivers. A lot of that in the medical field, y'all ain't that safe either. Give it about 15 years.
3 Moxies now helping out her team.
Oh,
we found that there are many things that nurses do that really don't require a nurse.
I ain't paying for no healthcare where robots are involved. No.
I'm here to pick something up.
We bring the Moxie robots in, and they have to learn the environment by demonstration.
Moxie uses an AI navigation system and a robotic arm to help navigate doors and elevators.
Oh, okay.
We need Moxie to either deliver something to us or pick something up from our unit to deliver elsewhere. We can call it on the kiosk.
In minutes, Moxie responds to the call, loads up, and rolls away to deliver.
As long as they ain't sticking needles in people. I'm doing that like
really
that.
Kind of lifted a weight off of some nurses' shoulders, that they don't have to leave their sick patient that they're monitoring to go do these little tasks.
I'm sick of these taxi drivers when I go to other countries, and I'm sick of these taxi drivers even in the States, and I'm sick of Uber because I'm trying to figure out why Uber is as expensive as it is now. Since when was Uber this expensive? Since when? Why does it cost $38 to literally go around the freaking corner or go like 2 miles? You know what I mean? Like, you find out a lot of these Uber drivers are literally only getting like maybe like 15-20% of the freaking ride. There's truth to every joke. Usually whenever you see a guy playfully making gay jokes or doing gay things, he's 9 times out of 10 bisexual or gay.
Yo, that actually feels good as fuck. Yeah, let me come closer. Yo, stretch that bitch more. Oh God. Damn, that bitch for me. Bro, what the fuck? Wait, no, this looks, no.
Why would he leave the frame? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, yo, cut. I swear, Kylie's the one.
Y'all are gay. I'm not.
The fact that they do this all
okay,
the time is just like...
Because again, there's truth to every joke. I'm just being honest. When y'all see these dudes making playful jokes, saying gay things, saying things that come across as sus consistently,
wow.
They're usually not straight. I'm just saying, they're usually using other straight guys as a way to normalize their behavior, and sometimes they're testing boundaries to see if that straight guy might be with it behind the scenes. Please cancel your Hulu, Amazon Prime, Peacock, and whatever else you have subscriptions. Let me just be honest with y'all. These streaming services are ridiculous for raising their prices. I'm trying to figure out why am I paying $15 for Netflix when I literally was paying $5 for it like 8-7 years ago.
It was super
It's so expensive, and then they're knuckling down on password sharing.
How are you getting it for $15?
I was spending Netflix account.
Mine is like
$20 $15 a month. And then on top of that, you got Hulu. You know, they put you in a predicament where you have to put add-ons on your subscription, or else it's not even worth the subscription. Then on top of that, You're working so much. You're focused
I
on
do like
life. You got
Peacock.
other stuff going on.
Because I need to watch all the Real Housewives. But as soon as I finish, though, I'm canceling Peacock.
You're not even really using Hulu as much as you could. A lot of us use these streaming services to binge watch
But Netflix
old
is
shows that we
forever.
love
I'm not
nowadays.
canceling
Half the stuff they're putting out there is trash. There isn't a lot of good content out there. So please stop paying for it. And honestly, let me just be honest with y'all. If you want to watch movies, do what I do. I use a website called upmovies.com. And no, they haven't sponsored this video, but I literally use this site called upmovies.com. All you gotta do is just type in upmovies.net. Basically you type in upmovies.net, you click on the first link, and then you pretty much go up to this page, and then you're pretty much able to watch any movie in the world. I was literally doing everything I could to not pay for the movie Blink Twice, and I ended up finding it. Also, the movie Barbie, like I was gonna pay for that.
I have it on Amazon, because I got Amazon Prime, but I don't pay for that. Oh, wait. I do pay for it. I pay for Amazon Prime, the delivery shit. But I think because I pay for that, I get the Prime free. Is that how it works? Because if you don't pay for the Prime delivery, then do you have access to Amazon Prime? I don't know how that works. Anyway. But yeah, so I watch it on Amazon Prime, and I don't have to pay for it.
Literally watch it for free. You know what I mean? So a lot of y'all are scared that you can watch your movies, but there's literally sites where you can watch it for free. And don't tell no one I told you, okay? Don't tell no one I told you. I'm not going to link it down below, but just upmovies.net. And it's going to be the first link, and it's going to take you to this page, and you can pretty much have fun. Don't tell no one I told you. And I'm not going to link it down because this video might F around and get taken down. Diddy is going to get off.
I'll check it out.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If Diddy had snitched and cooperated a long time ago, he probably would have been out of jail a long time ago. Diddy is going to eventually cave in. All it's gonna take is for one person to come out with one tape, one secret recording, and eventually Diddy's going to snitch. And he's not gonna be as gangster as we thought he was. But he might also be fearful of retaliation or having to live his life under fear, because Diddy is not innocent. But let's be real. I'm 100% sure that a big reason why Diddy is still in jail is because they want him to snitch on somebody higher up. There's somebody else that they want. It's not Diddy. Diddy is just the fall guy. Diddy's just the person who's the face. He's the face of everything. But just like Ray J tried to tell us without actually telling us, there's a lot of other dark forces that we don't see.
But I can say this, a lot of celebrities in this power come from environments where they think certain ways of doing business, cutthroat, disrespectful, shady, chasing fast money, these are normal because, they saw their mentors do it. I mean, Diddy did it, even Suge, and so even though they're learning on the fly, but they're also mimicking the executives above them that they learn from. So, I think we have to break that cycle.
There's a lot of things that lurk in the shadow. There's somebody else who wants Diddy to keep his mouth shut. And if he doesn't keep his mouth shut, retaliation will come. But he will eventually snitch, because who wants to spend all that time in jail and not be able to enjoy your riches, your family, and your wealth? Who wants to spend all that time in jail and not be able to physically and fully defend themselves? If you have a job, please be grateful that you have one. Some of y'all don't realize that you gotta count your blessings. I know so many people right now who are unemployed, struggling. I've met so many people who tell me, I just haven't been working, or I've just been having to do Uber, or like Uber Eats, or food delivery apps. A lot of people are unemployed. Literally, one of my really good homegirls, she was unemployed for a very long time, and I was just like mass applying for jobs for her. And luckily, she's good now. Not only her, but her daughter was also unemployed too. But essentially, I was like mass applying for both of them. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry y'all going through that. I'm sorry y'all struggling. And I had to give them money because they were like going through a lot. So on top of giving them money, I was also mass applying for hella jobs. Like, I'm bringing this up to kind of give you guys an example of why you should be grateful.
This town is so dried out. I have a really good resume, but nobody wants to accept it because everybody's slow and is not hiring. And so, how am I supposed to do anything? Like, who survives in this town? This is crazy. Like, I cannot do fast food restaurants. That's not my thing. It's, worst comes to worst, maybe, but honestly, worst comes to worst, right now, I'm just gonna become a sugar baby. You guys
want to know how bad the job market is?
Okay, I wasn't fun.
I almost cried mid-interview because I was so frustrated. What the fuck? I've never felt that before. but I'm just so frustrated and I don't know what to do. Like, it was like so overwhelming because those questions that I couldn't answer because I don't have experience. But I can't get experience because no one wants to hire me. Like, what the fuck? So, just so you know, like, if you have a job that you hate, just keep it.
It is so hard for people to find a job nowadays because it's a struggle to sustain yourself, pay your bills, and every single job that you thought would be open when you lost your job is gone. The grass isn't always greener. You may think, oh my God, everybody on social media is traveling, I'm working a shitty job, F this job. Be grateful that you have one. This economy is not easy, and most of these managers, most of these recruiters, they're not about to just hire a whole bunch of people just to hire people. They're picky because people love to quit, and job hop. So that's why it's harder to get a job, because in this generation, many people are job hopping. On top of people that are job hopping, there's also the situation where when someone gets a job, a lot of them don't want to quit or give up. And there's people who are literally 65, 58 years old, 70 years old, and they're not giving up their positions to a younger generation. So for those of y'all who are trying to get jobs at the hospital or trying to get jobs, I don't know, like in the psychiatric industry, or a job as like a recruiter or a general manager, it's going to be hard because more than likely they're either going to hire someone that they already know, or the person they know is literally not trying to quit the job. Safari and some people have tried to make her out to be. So basically, she found out that Safari is a narcissist. He left her ass as a single mom. He basically kicked her ass to the curb and ran off with his tail between his legs.
I found out he was cheating on me the first time ever, and he was going to Chinese parlors.
Well, didn't Nicki Minaj say that he was paying for with her credit cards?
Yeah. Before we get into that, I owe her the biggest apology. I owe her an apology because, like a lot of us women tend to do when we don't know any better, especially when we're hard, deep, rats warped into the love bombing phases. The red flag that us women tend to ignore when a man sits there and talks to you,
love bombs,
about his ex and all the things you did to him.
It's funny. Don't put me in that box. I've never been one of those. I think that's such bum bitch behavior. I'm not about to sit here and be like, yep, well actually she did this because I wasn't there, and of course he gonna say that she was the villain and he didn't do nothing wrong. You don't never listen to them. They always lying. I'm taking what you're saying with a grain of salt. And it's like, first off, I don't want to hear about your ex. I don't give a fuck about what happened with y'all. That shit overdone. Don't even talk to me about her, A. But B, anything that you may say, I'm going to be like, all right, cool story. Because you're not going to tell me anything that you did wrong. You're only going to focus on what they did wrong. Like, duh.
How life comes full circle, because the same thing he did to her, he's doing to me years later. I remember him pouring his heart out to me about all the stuff she did to him, showing me videos of her reacting. And at the time, I didn't think to ask, well, what did you do to her?
Why does this man always have videos of these women reacting?
Exactly. And now, mind you, this is a video he was at one point going around. I found out later on. He was going around the industry showing to like around the time he was trying to bring her down, when he was lying to people saying that he wrote for her, like literally saying whatever he could to like kind of ruin her career and take her credibility for her real hard-earned work. I owe this woman an apology because I sat there and allowed him to talk about her to me. From that came me saying things and like defending and vouching for him and speaking up on her in a way that was tacky, because at the end of the day, I didn't know the truth, especially not the truth that I know now. A lot of women do that. They get caught up with a man and he's so good to you that you allow him to gossip to you about his ex.
You get manipulated.
And they never tell you what they did. They just tell you.
And it also makes me, you still want to be with her? Go be with her. Because why are you talking to me about her? I don't care about this woman. You don't fix your mouth. I don't care. I don't want to hear nothing. Under any circumstance, there is no point for you to even bring them up.
They did.
Because I'm definitely never talking about my exes. You won't hear a peep about them. Like, I feel like my partners always end up asking me at some point. Like, it's like they end up asking out of curiosity because I never bring them up. Because for what? I moved on. Like, let's move forward. I'm not talking about no pain or what the fuck they did in the past. Like, so
crazy she is, and she did this and she did that, but it comes full circle. It happens.
She has a kid with him. Mainstream celebrities are genuinely jealous of TikTok influencers, because let's be honest for y'all for a second, when they have workshops and meet and greets and book signings, They have to find publicists and managers to book people and to fill up a room. Influencers can literally do that by just putting up a post on social media. A lot of celebrities, unfortunately, can't really do that. So that's kind of what I mean when I say a lot of them are generally jealous of TikTokers, because when TikTok was literally on the path of being destroyed and probably going to go away, and TikTok probably still to this day might go away, a lot of these celebrities were silent. We can't name not one celebrity, even the celebrities that milk it, like Lizzo, Keke Palmer, none of them. We can't name not one celebrity, whether it be Jennifer Aniston or anyone who was able to get on and say, oh yeah, like TikTok, don't do it, this is wrong, this is people's livelihood, this is, a platform. But when it came to the writer's strike and when it came to them being out of work and struggling because the whole economy was shut down, it was like demanding y'all put jabs in y'all bodies, like get the jab so we can go back to work. A lot of them were very talkative and a lot of them was going hard in the paint. But when it came to influencers and TikTokers, they didn't care. That's why a lot of them get mad at when a lot of influencers are able to buy verified checks. They're mad because a lot of them aren't as special as they once were. They're mad because they have to share their dinner table with a dude on TikTok who literally blew up from literally eating shit out of a toilet or literally dancing in his mom's basement and literally get the same brand deals as them. They're mad because influencers have been able to do the bare minimum and they had to sacrifice chickens and drink children's blood just to breed where they are now. Normani just needs to be an Instagram model. It's crazy how her talent didn't really get her where a lot of people thought it was, but it seems like everybody wanted her to catapult to success just because she has a full package. I hate to say it, but hard work beats talent, and she's not just gonna blow up and be this big, super mainstream star just because a lot of y'all loved her in fifth grade.
Hard work and consistency, it beats them all.
And she has a full package. It's just not enough. I've said this once and I'll say it again. She's boring as fuck. No one cares. What she needs is a documentary about her life because, again, nobody's invested in the music enough because if people were, it would have probably blown up a lot more than what it already was. Some of y'all really don't have ADHD. You just have no structure. A lot of y'all stay up late, pop perks. A lot of y'all drink mad soda and juice before bed, smoke too much with your big fat ass, and you haven't even been diagnosed, but you have the nerve to claim ADHD. Yeah. Are you sure it's not the perks? Are you sure it's not the fact that you're smoking a lot and you're not getting enough sleep? Are you sure it's not the toxic person that you're dating? Are you sure it's not your situationship that got you all brain fogged and not focused? Some of y'all don't have ADHD. Some of y'all are just stupid as fuck and just need genuine structure and haven't even been diagnosed. And that's just the truth of it. Which leads me to my next unpopular opinion. Some of y'all really aren't depressed. Some of y'all just need to find a way to make more money. Now, every time I talk about depression, it's always a very, iffy subject. And some people are struggling with it now because, again, we got this inflation going on, and it's not just happening in America, it's happening globally, where people in the UK can barely afford basic living. You realize that universal healthcare in Canada isn't as great as you thought it was, and you realize that life is hard. You get older, and you realize at one point you were making so much money, and then you get a little bit older, and it's like, damn, things slow down. When I see these YouTube videos of these grown people talking about how they're in their 50s and they're struggling and how when they got their tech jobs in their 30s and mid-40s, they were so happy making so much money and now things are going downhill.
Maybe I'm the reason why I couldn't find a job. Because for every 50 jobs I would apply to on Indeed, I'd only get one reply back. And I would be so happy opening that one reply until I actually open the message and it says, unfortunately, we've decided to move on from your application.
It just shows me that life can happen to anybody. Some of y'all think that you're going to be doing so well for the rest of your life. Yeah, you might have a lot of money now. You might be doing good now. But who's to say something might not happen to you in the next 7 years? Anything can happen to you, me, any of us. None of us are immune to life. You might wake up one day and see that your account is looking good, looking nice, and then you're having to go back to go live with mom and dad. Or you have to downsize a little bit because you can't afford the same lifestyle that you once had. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too eager. Be humble and have some humility. Because no matter how old you are, the wall's undefeated. You may think your body in your early 20s is going to save you and you'll be able to catch you a nice rich man. Time will tell. Life happens to people. You really never know what your life will end up like in the next 3 years. But that's that for this video.
Agreed. It's very important to be humble because anything could happen to any of us at any point in time. You feel me? That's why I ball till I fall. I try to live my life as much as I can because you don't know, anything could change at any given moment. But yeah, interesting hearing his unpopular opinions. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!